Derby County v Portsmouth, 1987. In this video we rewind to 1987 and a night match between Derby County and Portsmouth in what is known as the Texas Goldmine incident. Up to 400 Portsmouth 657 crew arrive in Derby, and what ensues is a night of mayhem. Let's hear the stories. Pompey 657. Firm member Kevin told us, "I wouldn't call it a result for Pompey, it was all a complete accident. There were about 80 of us strolling around Derby looking for action, but we had inadvertently strayed into a black area. When we saw a group of black lads outside a cafe just down the road, we just thought they must be Derby, so we broke into a trot, then a sprint. When they spotted us, they ran into the cafe, so naturally we put all the windows through. They were cowering inside. Eventually we heard the sirens wailing nearby, so we legged it to the ground. It was only the next day when we heard on the news of the riots that had ensued. The black mob we saw were just local guys, not footy hooligans, and the cafe that they ran back into was the local black community centre. They thought it was a pre-planned racist attack and spent the night rioting with police and white locals. As I've said many times since, there were a few racists in the 657 firm, but we didn't go looking for black community centres to attack. It just happened. We honestly thought they were Derby. Anyway, no trouble at the ground, but the old Bill nicked 20 of our chaps on the way out of the ground and banged them up in a nick for 4 days. The media had a field day with reports of local black youths chasing Pompey's firm all over Derby. Never happened. And the police having to save us. None of which was true. We came out the ground and saw loads of cars overturned and bricks and bottles were thrown at us. But the coppers had us in a big escort considering there were only about 380 of us left in total. But running battles were going on all over the place. US v Derby, blacks v the police, blacks v Derby, madness really. Eventually got to train and went home. We had no idea why the riot had started until the next day. We just thought Derby had this massive black firm who rioted after every game. One of our firm travelled by van with 6 mates, which got overturned near to the baseball ground. Then they were set upon by the black youths and were very lucky to escape, so some had it worse than others. The riot went on into the night, I believe, and all started out so innocently, really. Derby Lunatic Fringe member Colin told us, Derby's old ground, the baseball ground, was in Pear Tree, which is near the Texas Goldmine Café. There was a small black community back then, but obviously they weren't Derby fans as such, and we certainly didn't have many black fans back then. I have always said Pompey's firm knew what they were doing. It's all about getting as much exposure as possible, and they knew all along what they were going to do and what the reaction would be. I was in the pop side during the match, and could hear lots of sirens and commotion outside, but had no idea what was going on. I thought Pompey's crew must have been rioting with the police, but then again I could see them inside the ground. Anyway, when I exited the ground, I saw police and black youths battling away, running battles between the two, so I did what any person would do in that situation. I joined in with the black lads against the police. Then we tried to get at Pompey, who were being escorted to the station. It was mental. Not too many people know about what happened, so it's interesting you bringing it up. Think the rioting went on well into the night and next morning. So Pompey 657 crew arrive, start a riot, then swan off home, leaving our streets decimated and communities fractured. Nice one, lads. We thank Kevin and Colin for their recollections. It's clear that the Texas Goldmine Café was indeed attacked by Pompey's 657 crew. What's less clear is if this was a racist attack. We'll give the 657 firm the benefit of doubt, shall we? Thanks for watching. Leave comments, share and like. It all helps our channel grow. Oh, and subscribe if you haven't already.